Hello, everyone. Thank you, Ryan. As he said, I'm an analyst for iNovia. I've been with this team for about 2 years now, since we started operations in Alberta. So what I'd like to do today is walk you through a couple of slides on who we are and the type of investments that we're interested in. Then I'll talk a little bit about the investment activity in the medical technology sector in particular, and the investment environment, and I'll conclude with some comments on that we normally share with entrepreneurs who are in the process of fundraising. So we are a seed and early stage venture capital firm, so we do make investments at the preclinical level, both in biopharma and medical devices. We have 4 offices across North America, 2 in Alberta, 1 in New York, and we're headquartered in Montreal. But we have about 160 million under management between 2 funds, MSBI, which is fully committed into 13 companies, and iNovia, our second fund, is a new fund. So we're looking for new opportunities to invest, and we have been in operations with this fund for about 2 years, like I said. 14 companies to date, all across the 3 technology sectors that we're interested in, so life sciences, clean tech, and IT. We've been quite aggressive this year at investing in new companies, actually. 9 of those 14 investments have been made this year. So I'll talk about 2 of those today. The first one is Allostera Pharma. Allostera has a technology that was developed at Saint Justine Hospital in Montreal, and they're developing therapeutics for autoimmune inflammation. And a couple of things that were key for us to get involved and interested in Allostera were their peptide-based drugs, and they're orally available. So this is a key differentiating factor with competing technologies out there. The company also has a discovery platform that allows for rapid identification and design of potential drug candidates. And what was interesting about Allostera and our work with the company is that we got involved really early in the process. So the company was founded in 2005, and since then we were working with the company, putting together the management team, helping them with their clinical development plan, and we started fundraising the company about a year ago. So it took us a bit longer than we were expecting, but we finally closed our Series A round at 17 million. With investors including Genesis Capital in Toronto and the BDC as well. With the second company that I'm going to talk about, this is actually a medical device company. We just announced it this week. It's a company based out of Redwood, California, and they are developing medical devices for the treatment of obesity. So what was interesting about Barosense is that they have their approach to bariatric surgery is a minimally invasive approach, which provides a safer alternative for patients, as well as a reversible procedure. And this company was in the process of fundraising their Series B financing. So the key thing, one thing that I'd like you to take away from this slide is that it is, and something that Peter mentioned before, is the fact that for life science investments, we are syndicating our deals with venture capital investors that actually provide the company with enough runway to get to a point of inflection where value is actually created. So with Barosense, it's a prototype development company. So they have a prototype so far. They're pursuing CE mark approval and US approval. So the important part of this is that they are actually, part of the investment of the syndicate included strategic investors, such as the ones that Peter mentioned. And they are really important for companies at this level that require guidance in what kind of market they can get into. And that insight is invaluable for them. So with Barosense, we had Abbott Ventures was one of the syndicate partners. That's the background on iNovia. This is just a quick overview of the investment activity. You saw a slide similar in the previous presentation, so I hope that tells you that we all live by the same reality, or maybe the same fantasy. Things, yes. But we know about the slowdown last year, and how things are starting to pick up again. In our experience, we lived this with Alostera and with other companies that were fundraising at the time. There were great times to invest, actually, for investors, great opportunities out there, great valuation. Not so good, not a good climate to find co-investors for our companies. So we took longer to to assemble the syndicate for Alostera. We finally closed, and that was just our experience, and we really think that we were living the cycle with the companies. This slide, the purpose of this slide is really not to go through all this data, but I just picked a few acquisitions in the past year and a half, both in, excuse me,